What is up, BBT? I'm going to walk you through a trade on the stock trading simulator. It is not a trade that I took, but I did see that earlier in the week some of the mods were looking at LSID, and that's a fun one to play if you can catch the move in the right place, because sometimes it can be a little bit wacky. But so I wanted to see if it had any place on the higher time frames that I was interested in. So we'll pull it up on the daily. I've actually already marked the levels just to kind of speed things up a little bit. But if we're looking at LSID on the daily, we can immediately see we've got these areas right here, and right now it's just kind of in that area. So I have a level drawn kind of touching near the top of these wicks, and I'll zoom in just a tiny bit so you can kind of see. We can see that in the past few days, it's kind of doing this, right? So it's kind of trying to set its own new range. So I pair that with the range from the past, right? So I just set a level around like 2803 ish, 28. You know, it's a whole dollar. A rejection or a breakout of a whole dollar level can be usually pretty good. So we've got that level to watch for on LSID. So I've got it marked up here. You know, and you can see that in the pre-market. You know, we've also got this going on. So, you know, 28 may even be a better area, or even just a little bit below, but we'll just kind of see how it reacts in this area. And then if we go over to the SPY and maybe take a look at the higher time frame here, you can see that on the SPY, we've got this range that was setting up. And then it tried to break back down into it, pushed up, came back through, broke down, came up, rejected it. So, you know, I'm seeing this as a pretty good area to play, right? So we're kind of, looks like we're kind of pushing back up to that area. So I want to take a trade on LSID when the SPY rejects kind of its area. But if it breaks above it, then we should go long on LSID if it breaks above its level. So I'm pairing them together. So let's take this over to the 5 here. And I've got my level drawn there. You know, it's just kind of an area. So I like to play areas. And then what I usually do is I do like 10% of the ATR for my stop. So that gives it a little bit of wiggle room. So I've got this area up there. I've got this area on LSID. And let's just hit play and let's get it going. Got it at 10 times speed, so that's fun. So let's take it to like 945. We're going down, so okay, good. So we're going up to that level. I'm just gonna hit play here. And so I'm going to pause this for a second just so I can point. So we've got this we've got this level on the SPY, but we've also got this like pre-market sort of area that was tested and it couldn't get above. So this could also be a rejection point on the SPY. So I'm interested to see how it's responding here as well. They're just kind of paired together, right? Like again, like I said, it's kind of an area. And then I want to see what's happening with LSID. Right now, LSID is breaking out above this level that I have, but the SPY is not breaking up. It has not broken out. So even though we're above this level on LSID, I have no intention of taking it long here until the SPY is ready to back me up. So we'll just hit play and get going here. Just speed it up a little bit. All right, so SPY pushed up. Now it's at, you know, this area, testing it. LSID it's really playing this level, so we're just going to keep watching and see what happens here. It's rejecting it. It's having a hard time getting over it. And you can see, I'm going to pause this for a second. If you look at the volume here, you know, we've got quite a bit of volume when it breaks down. And now it's pushing up. And it doesn't have a ton of volume yet. So this really looks like it's kind of weak while it's pushing up. Same thing with the SPY, right? It's breaking down. This is higher, you know, elevated volume on these. And as it's pushing up, we don't have a ton of volume coming in. So I'm more interested in a short. Get rid of my pencil. Okay. So we'll just hit play. I'm more interested in a short. It's rejecting this level up here. LSID's really struggling here. There's no volume coming in still. We're just watching. Even less volume right now. Even less as it's pushing up. So I would not be comfortable going long. Even, you know, still less on the SPY as well. All right, it's an interesting candle. I'm gonna wait and see if it breaks below my level before I enter into this. SPY's rejecting up here. What are we gonna do? All right. Just watching. There. Enter. So I'm in short. My stop is up here. I mean, you can do whatever feels comfortable to you. I like to give it a bigger area to play with, right? And then I'm looking for the bigger move. So if you get the level right and you give yourself some room for the stock to breathe, you can catch a bigger move. So yeah, we've got the SPY, trending down. We've got LSID breaking below this level. It's looking pretty weak. Feeling pretty good about it. We don't have a ton of volume coming to the downside yet while it's coming down, so can be a little bit worrisome, but we're still below the level, so I feel good about that. And yeah, if we're gonna take partials, let's see where we're gonna take partials here. I would be looking at probably a move to this area, and then if we break that, probably this area, and then this area. So we're at like 2750 for a partial, and then maybe somewhere around 27, and then 2650. So we're in an area where I'd like to partial. I'm gonna take half off. All right, SPY is breaking down. LSID's breaking down, looking pretty good. Now we've got the volume coming in. Let's just speed it up and see what happens here. Still breaking. Oh, we're near 27. So I'm gonna take a little bit more off. And we'll just speed it up. 2650. I think that was my next one, yeah? 2650. All right, we'll just buy. I'm all out. So, it's a simple, very simple trade. You could take more shares on this and, definitely get a bigger profit. I didn't take very many. But, very smooth, clean breakdown paired with the SPY. And yeah, we got this move, and they both rejected the levels that were drawn on the higher time frames. So yeah, pretty simple. And just, these show up in so many stocks throughout the day. So they're pretty fun to catch, and you can usually, catch a pretty big move. All right, catch you guys later. Peace.